Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Brantley from the North Jackson, Tennessee area on Walker Road, getting ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days shortly. And I will try to insert a local on the 8s from the Weather Channel if I just happen to see one during the video. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and start off with the climate data like I usually do. Turned out to be a cool morning this morning, cold morning, more like it, but it warmed up very nicely, and we'll have a pleasant evening and a semi-warm day again tomorrow. A little cooler tomorrow though, I'm afraid. We got another cold front moving through. Can't get rid of them this time of the year, can we? Gotta wait till spring for that. And then they might start slowing down at that time, moving through so quickly, that is, through West Tennessee. Alright, yesterday's low temperature here in North Jackson was 24 degrees. Yesterday's high was 49 degrees and had no rainfall yesterday. Yesterday's highest wind gust was 31 miles per hour out of the north at 12:32 p.m. And that's too low there. Okay. Messing with the TV since I missed one of the local on the 8s segments. Let's see, where was I? Yesterday's hottest high in West Tennessee was 52 degrees, and that occurred at Covington and at Somerville, Tennessee. 24 degrees was the coldest low yesterday, and that occurred right here in North Jackson, Tennessee, and at the Jackson, Tennessee airport. Now today's climate data, as of 5 p.m., the skies were mostly clear. There were a few clouds to the south of us in the sky, making it mostly clear. The temperature at that time was 50 degrees. The dew point was 20 degrees. The humidity was 31%. The wind was out of the southwest at 13 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 29.77 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature was a chilly 23 degrees. Today's high made it up to 57 degrees. Almost made it to 60, but 57 degrees was today's high. No precipitation since midnight. Lowest humidity today was 27%, and that occurred at 4 p.m., while the highest was 92%, and that occurred at 4 a.m. Now, the lowest barometric pressure today was 29.76 inches of mercury, and that occurred at 4 p.m., while the highest was 30.14 inches, and that occurred at 12 a.m. The highest wind gust today was 34 miles per hour out of the southwest, and that occurred at 2:23 p.m. By the way, the coldest wind chill today, with that low of 23, was 17 degrees this morning, was the coldest wind chill, and that occurred at 6 a.m. this morning. Now today's records for December the 13th, the hottest high would be 77 degrees in 2015. Boy, wouldn't that feel good today. It happened just 2 years ago, though, in 2015, 77 degrees for a high. The coldest high, okay, I had to take care of something real quick. Coldest high would be 26 degrees at or in 2010. The warmest low would be 62 degrees in 1984, and the coldest low, 1 below zero, -1 in 1962. That's getting on down there, my friends. 1 below zero in 1962. Rainfall record for today would be 1.96 inches of rain, and that occurred in 1991. And we had a little bit of snow today, December 13th, a trace. We had a trace amount. That's not measurable. It's just falling from the sky, basically, but not accumulating. Wasn't enough to accumulate. Back in 1953, actually, 1958, and 1985. So we had traces of snow on December the 13th here in Jackson 3 different times since 1948. And then again it was 1953, 1958, and 1985 as far as the snowfall record goes. Alrighty, well that's basically it for the basic climate summary. I guess I'll go ahead and proceed with the usual graphs that I show you. And maybe we'll get a local on the 8s sure, while I'm describing the other maps. I'll tell you what I might do. Well, no, I'll go ahead and go through this. As you can see, we are fair here in Tennessee, precipitation free. I'll rephrase that. In Tennessee, there are a few snow flurries up northeast of us in Virginia, West Virginia, and those areas. Let me branch out and let you see that a little bit better. Okay. There's a pretty good large area of snow, actually. There we go. Clear in Tennessee and most of the southeast. There's some snow up there in the northeastern states. Let's go ahead and branch out to the nation and see that a little bit better. And all, yeah, got pretty good snow going on north of us, it looks like. Especially up there in the Great Lakes area, Ohio, Michigan, a little bit of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, those areas. Concentrated right around Lake Erie, I think. And I think that's the name of that lake. It's just northwest of Pennsylvania. And a little bit up there in Maine, not a whole lot. But this is heavily concentrated around Michigan and Lake Erie up there. Pretty good snow in that area. Other than that, a little bit of rain and snow mixed out in the Rockies, western states, and all. Parts of Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, Idaho, and small part of Montana. Otherwise, the nation's fairly dry. Otherwise, it looked like a little tiny bit of rain trying to form down there in the Texas-Mexico border down there. And otherwise, everybody's clear. And once again, you see Tennessee clear. Alright, let's go move on to the radar. I know what I need to do, but let me go to satellite weather. I said radar, I meant satellite. Pardon me. And get it moving. And let me do one other thing. I know what I need to do. There we go. Now I can see it a little bit better. Alright, that's the satellite. Well, here's a local. Let me get it real quick. I definitely want it. 49 degrees according to them. Of course, the radar is going to be clear here. Uh, 32 for tomorrow morning's low. Fair skies. Kind of hard to see that though, isn't it? See if I can angle that a little bit better. There we go. 45 tomorrow. Get too close, it gets blurry. Maybe you can read that. I hope so. Angle it up a little bit. Ah, that seems like it's better when I angle it. And there's the 7-day outlook at a glance. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. We got mid 40s to near 60 for the next 7 days for the highs and stuff. All right, then that's the local on the 8s for now. Look, and the brief 7-day outlook. You can always go back and look at it during the video and all. Okay, that's the satellite for you. Tennessee's pretty much clear, even of clouds. A few scattered around the area, as you can see. All right, let me go on to the region map. And that's the southeast for you. It's really don't look all that bad, especially here in Tennessee. Some clouds down south of us, going east across the Gulf Coast. And it looked like some little precipitation trying to form there in Texas. It didn't show up on the radar a while ago, but don't necessarily have to. I zoom on out to the nation. All this courtesy of AccuWeather, of course. There's the whole nation as at a glance. A lot of clouds coming over Mexico, though, down there. Some out in the west and Wyoming area. Well, I think we saw some rain and snow mixed in that area just a little bit ago. And there's the thick clouds up there in Ohio, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and those areas where they're experiencing snow in some spots. And then you see the rest of the country. Lucky Tennessee for now. Alright, that's pretty much that map for you. Now most shows up better doing that, don't it? Current surface map. Let's go to. I'm using the Weather Channel tonight. Mainly, let's see. Let me do this real quick. Move this over. And there you go. I decided to use the Weather Channel's map tonight. I love seeing those isobars all over the place. And there's Maine up here. I think you can kind of see it underneath all those isobars. There's the snow we were looking at a while ago. Up there in Ohio, Michigan, and those parts of the country. A couple of low pressures up there. Well, one anyways, in Ohio. And front going through there contributing to the snow. We've got another cold front that's trying to move through West Tennessee tonight. That stretches on out to New Mexico. And then you see the other lows and highs and fronts and where they're at. That front right there that's going through the northern part of the country will be another cold front that'll be moving through us in the next couple of days. After that one that's moving through tonight moves through. So we actually got two more cold fronts to make its way through us within the next few days. But they're moving in so quick that they're not having time to produce anything. So I guess that's sort of good news in that respect, I guess, and all. But anyways, see if I can listen. It's about as good as I'm gonna get that. It really don't show up as good as it should, though, does it? I don't think it enlarges any, does it? No, it ain't gonna enlarge any. Alright, so much for that idea. Alright, let me move on to the detailed forecast. Alright, and I'm gonna put that back on this. Hold on so I can kind of move it as I'm talking. And I can almost let you read it along with me. I know I keep dodging that ideal. I may try it this time. Let me see if I can pull it down. You can almost see it, but I don't know if it's clear enough though. I tell you what, even if you can't see it, I'll read it. I can read it good enough from the screen I'm looking at, even though it's not all that seeable. Let's try this. Maybe that'll help a little bit. It's still not real plain. Or is it just me? Maybe it's my eyes. I don't know. Well, that's today's forecast. It's going to be mostly clear, of course, the rest of tonight. The moon will be setting tonight, like you see there, at about 2:12 p.m. Oh, it's already gone. Never mind. It's gone for the day. So is the sun. Thursday's going to be mostly clear. Hopefully, it really isn't that plain. Maybe it's the angle I got this at. I'm trying to make it as plain for you as I can. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's my glasses. Well, it is a little clearer when I put my glasses on. Maybe that's what it is. All right, sorry for the delay here. It's going to be mostly clear tomorrow with a low near 31 degrees. High tomorrow is going to be cooler tomorrow, unfortunately, with the high of only 45 degrees with north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And the sun rises tomorrow morning at 6:47 a.m. and it sets at 4:43 p.m. tomorrow. The moon will be rising tomorrow morning at, make sure I got that right one. You see, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I think I got it. Let me tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and read it. I think I had the wrong one up there, and I don't want to get confused on all that. I was going to go ahead and put it on me after all. I apologize for that. Thursday's forecast, I mentioned most of it. North winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The moon rises tomorrow at 3:28 a.m. and sets at 2:45 p.m. On Friday, it's going to be mostly clear with a low near 25 and a high of 48 and west winds at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Sun rises Friday at 6:57 a.m. and let me see. Oh, there we go. 6:57 a.m. and sets at 4:43 p.m. Friday. And then on Saturday, it's going to be fair skies with a low near 30, a high near 57, and south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour on Saturday. So actually, that's going to be a pleasant day. And on Sunday, rain chances come back, but only during the morning hours, though. Sunday, mostly cloudy with an 80% chance of rain till noon, then becoming fair, with a low near 37 and a high of 54, with southeast winds at 10 to 20. And I'll go ahead and give you Monday. Next week, mostly cloudy till noon, then becoming fair, with a low near 42 and a high of 55, with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And Tuesday's kind of stretching it a little, but I'm going to give it to you. Mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain till noon, then becoming mostly clear. Low near 36 and a high of 59 with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Alrighty. And I looked at the forecast for Christmas Day. It has changed again. I knew it would. It's back to fair skies now. It's looking like we may have fair skies and no precipitation, and I think the low is going to be near 28 and a high around 46 on Christmas Day. But we might have some precipitation Christmas Day night leading into Tuesday the 26th. And I just thought I'd kind of give you an idea. Things supposed to possibly rain a little bit on Christmas Eve, but clear up on Christmas Day. And that's the very latest. It may change again, but that's the very latest on Christmas Day. But there is some precipitation expected just before and after Christmas Day at this time. Percentages aren't all that high, though. Maybe 40-50%. See, that's changed. Yesterday it was 60%, so it went down to 40. It'll probably change again tomorrow. Who knows? But at least in the meantime, we've got pretty weather. to enjoy. Mostly clear skies again tomorrow. Low near 31, high of 45. But I thought I'd repeat that. But north winds are 10 to 20, so we might have a little bit of a wind chill tomorrow. And of course, we did have a wind advisory for a good part of West Tennessee today. Madison County was not included, but it expired about now, I think, about 7 o'clock. And of course, we had that wind gust, like I mentioned, of 34 miles per hour at 2:23 p.m. this afternoon. Well, alrighty, that's it for tonight, my friends. Hope you have a blessed Wednesday night, and hope you have sweet dreams. Wake up to a beautiful Thursday morning, the 14th of December. And of course, I hope I get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night. And until then, good night, my friends, and may God bless you. Good night.